Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I do apologise for not creating much content recently. I've picked up a couple of nasty, fitness sporting leg injuries, which means it's painful to stand for long periods, it's painful to sit for long periods. Oddly enough, activity is fine, but as you can understand, that makes streaming and recording and producing this sort of stuff kind of awkward at the moment, so bear with me as I work through this. This is my issue, it's not something for you guys to worry about. But we'll get through it one way or another, and I'll try and get some videos out for you to enjoy in the meantime. So we're back with the Civil War. As you can see, I've turned on the front lines filter, which helps us see where we controlled in the states here. We're still fighting for control of Kentucky. We're doing a little bit better in Missouri. Of course, Missouri is actually quite a big state. So I forget there's this bit north of the river as well, which I think we're going to need to take if we're going to have a chance of Missouri seceding. But in order to try and help us hold Missouri, let me turn that off a minute ago, because that's better. I've actually transferred some forces from the Western Army over to the Western Department. Now, the Western Department, as you remember, is supposed to just be a holding force. It's not really supposed to be for combat. It's supposed to be for training new troops up and deploying them to the forces wherever they're needed. Well, it looks like they might be in a fight, but I've sent a big division, Whiting's division of over 7,000 men, and some artillery to try and reinforce this. It'll take a few days to get there, but it might stop a complete rout if these guys retreat back into Arkansas. We do have Forrest's cavalry coming in to help. We're going to try and nip out the Union towns and depots over here. And we've also, so I just noticed this, Wheeler's cavalry, which has been sitting holding Cairo. We're going to bring them in to try and take control of Missouri. This is the plan. We'll see how it goes. Also, I did spot a Union force coming down this road. I didn't fancy engaging them with the cavalry, so yeah, time to get out of there. Right, other than that, we'll see if there's any developments in Virginia, although things are going slow there. Let's jump in and see where we get to today. All right, so let's just take a look at this. We're on 5 times speed. It looks like there's going to be a fight here. Now, we're going to be horribly outnumbered. Oh, this doesn't look good. Actually, no, we're not. All right, okay, so we've got 10,000 men. A lot of cavalry, no artillery, which is going to be like a huge major pain. We might be able to hold this. The enemy are going to come at us. There's a 5-hour gap. If they group up, we're outnumbered 2-1. We're in trouble. Let's give this a go. Well, that surprised me. As we are in there trying to dig in and just find out where the enemy are coming from, I've got some cavalry making some breastworks over here covering this ford. And I've got some infantry and some mounted infantry making breastworks to cover the victory location. Some Union cavalry has just unexpectedly appeared right before my very eyes. They must have come up through the middle across this ford that I wasn't particularly watching. However, we have the 1st Cherokee Mounted Rifles here in a good position and with a relatively decent weapon, as in the Plains rifle, to engage, and so we shall give them a volley, I guess. Yep, carry on shooting. And I should probably pull this cavalry unit back from over here, because I don't think these guys are going to be particularly useful on this flank. I did have them there mainly as scouts. We've got the rest of the mounted infantry digging in as fast as possible. And we've driven them off. Excellent. They're an unusual uniform. What are these guys? The Indian Home Guard. Okay. Well, more of these guys, please. This is nice. We're engaging them nicely over there. Oh, we see a load more stuff coming. Okay, you guys get the stuff built. We're going to bring some more over here. In fact, mount up. They're mounted. Let's bring them over here. We want to be able to cover this crossing with some long-range rifle fire. The rest of the guys are going to have to get things built as fast as possible. Let's put this on 2 times speed. And I think you are now wasting your time. So let's come back and forget about building some barricades there. This is where the enemy are coming, and we want to try and snipe them if we can. Did we have someone coming over there? We did, and we do. Can you mount up? I'm going to order a charge. It's gone very eerily quiet. What time of day is it? It's evening. It's dusk. We're going to charge in there. Can we catch them? I guess we can't. Right, don't chase them. Just give them a volley. A volley will do. Just shoot. Can anyone shoot? Is anyone going to try and shoot? No? Okay, then. Right, okay, we'll scrap that idea, shall we, lads? We're on 5 times speed. Don't think we're going to be needed over there. Where we might be needed is over here. Let's get some infantry onto this. And let's make sure you guys are dismounted and in loose order. Oh boy, there's a whole lot of stuff over there. Right. You dismount. Loose order. 2 times speed. We're going to... It's cavalry again. We can advance. I'm going to snipe them. I'm going to order these dismounted troopers in over there. We have a good long defensive line here. Are you actually going? They're taking a long road to get there, but they are actually going. Right, where are we operating from, fellas? Because I think what we want to be doing is just dug in behind this line here. Nice, these chaps are in position. This is a huge cavalry corps. Okay. Okay, this is different. This is different. If we're engaging a massive cavalry corps, we can potentially do this, right? So, my own cavalry is drawn back into these lines, which is, I guess it's fine. Lascelles, Colonel Lascelles. Let's make sure we are in a good position here. I think we should screw the barricades that we're building. And let's get our dismounted troopers. Oh, we cannot give that order? Strange. Okay, let's do it now. And the infantry, which unfortunately are armed with mixed smoothbore muskets. Now, this is not such great news. We are going to try and deploy here. And occupy these areas. Let's see if this works. Right, are we ready? Press play and pause. We're okay. We're good. We're good. Right then. Dismount. Loose order. We definitely want to advance. If this is all cavalry facing us, we have a tremendous potential advantage here. Depending on what they're armed with, of course. We don't know if there's any infantry coming at the moment. We're on 5 times speed. Oh, you guys get finishing that, by the way. Right then, let's... Here they come, here they come. 2 times speed, I think, is what we want. Open fire. Let's go and engage the initial... Okay, they're definitely coming on here. That is a bit of a mad rush. I need to get cavalry onto that flank. I would say we might need to get infantry involved in this. Let's throw some infantry in here if we can. Why are my men not moving? On the double. These guys don't seem to be doing anything, whether it's... Oh, they are building some breastworks. Okay. That's a whole lot of stuff shooting at me right there. Let's see if we can outflank... Oh, God, there's infantry coming through the woods. That's not good. That's not good. Who are these guys? Oh, I had some more stuff down. Okay. Okay, well, we have some more. Okay, let's push them around here. Yeah, you guys are just... These are getting swamped. There's too much firepower coming in, unfortunately. Doing a bit better on the other flank. Let's... Okay, that's going to be okay. Let's pour some firepower into this side. Colonel John T. Drew taking some casualties. Let's see if we can hold them off. Do we just fall back behind our defences? There's a load of infantry coming down that road over there. This side's collapsing, so that's good news. That's very good news. This side nearly collapsed. So, scary stuff. Actually, we may just hold the defences, I think. Colonel Lascelles, or Lascelles, I beg your pardon. Doing some nice work over there. But you guys, you should be dismounted and like that. Excellent stuff. Excellent. Okay. Let's focus some firepower. We've nearly broken their cavalry corps here. Infantry is trying to form up. I would say let's get into some cover. We'll go back and deploy into cover. I think that might be best. Oh, are they going to retreat? Oh no, that's a big mass of cavalry. The reason I drew the defences in the woods was to try and mitigate the effect of the enemy artillery, which I figured would be substantial. Let's make sure we get everybody destroyed whilst we can. You need to be on long range because you've only got muskets anyway. And same for you. And I'm going to just make sure that the division commander is set to long range. Okay, so the enemy has been pushed back considerably. That's great news. We do have to deal with a load of other stuff. So let's get some cavalry onto this flank. And let's put the mounted infantry to the flanks. There's some guy. Oh God, there's a risk over here. Okay. Oh, okay. Didn't spot this. Did not spot this. Engage. Engage. They're going for the victory point location. So our infantry is going to have to do the work, I think. Yeah, let's mount up this cavalry, by the way, and get the hell out of there. And 5 times speed as well, please. Yeah, this is going to be a thing, isn't it? Because we kind of need to get into this location now. You guys clearly aren't in a state to resist anything. So let's go. Let's get rid of loose order and just mount them up here instead. So I've got 1 infantry brigade facing this way. And I'll bring the cavalry around and mounted infantry around. Game's very quiet in this. It's not supposed to be as quiet as this. I know for sure it's not. Okay, halt. Shit. Now we're in a spot of bother. Are you dismounted? You are. Excellent. Dismount. Loose order. Open fire. The infantry that is coming. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Okay, turn around and shoot that way instead. I think I'm beaten here. To be perfectly honest, let's put this big infantry unit in there, and the First Arkansas. Is it First Arkansas Cavalry? Let's bring them in over here because there's a problem over here. We may be able to outrange these guys if we're lucky with our plains rifles. That's kind of my hope and my dream. Yeah, you're going to have to go at double time if you're going to get in there. It's just, this is a huge infantry assault coming straight up here. I'm outflanked. I'm in a bad position. This guy's going to fall over here. Is he mounted? Screw that. He's going to retreat anyway. I'm trying to get these guys in. Hang on, let's put some skirmishers out. Is that a detachment? Give me the detachment. I can't highlight the detachment. Scumbags. Right. Over there. Well, we've definitely got an engagement going on. Right. Flanking fire. Bring them in. Mounted is fine. These guys have fled, which is to be expected. We are still trying. These are poorly trained, poorly armed, new troops. This is their first combat. And they're quite badly positioned at the moment. Right then, dismount. Loose order. But shoot. So I'm not quite sure why they're facing the other way. We think these are going to collapse because we've also got Stovall's brigade in here. Okay, so the skirmishers have been driven in. I can't believe this cavalry isn't fleeing. Let's move him up. Wounded in action. Who was this? Stand what? He's been wounded. Okay, that's no good. That's great news for us. That is excellent news for us. Let's turn around and go and shoot these guys. We've chased one lot off, which is excellent. Get back into our trenches. Into the trenches. And put some more skirmishers out. And just put them on the flank. Okay, brilliant. So the infantry's now caught up. This enemy cavalry, this cavalry force is being smashed, which is excellent. You get mounted and get onto this flank here. Right then, in that direction, please. This isn't looking too bad. This is looking a bit better all of a sudden. Oh, they've broken. That's a shame. That's such a shame. I'm going to turn off Commander Initiative, I think. And I want you guys to actually stay there. And just stay put. And just point in the right direction. They're already fleeing. They're broken. The skirmishers there just to draw the enemy in. That's all they're there for. Right, these chaps are about to flee. So this doesn't look good. If this infantry brigade flees, we are in major trouble. I'm going to risk this. I'm going to risk a charge. They're about to break, so this is looking much better. And halt. Cavalry charge should see them guys off. Excellent news. Right, let's go back up here. And let's deploy skirmishers. Oh, we can't. I think we're too close. Brilliant. These lot are broken. I don't think they'll be coming back for more. I'll just try a little charge like that. You guys should be shooting. You shouldn't be on... Oh, are they out of range? I think they're out of range. The enemy have just snuck in with their smoothbore muskets. With their bloody rifles, I mean. And our guys with the smoothbore muskets can't return fire. Which absolutely sucks. I can order them to lay down. And what we need is to bring a big brigade like that up. But also, this cavalry is about to break. Have you noticed? It's gone nervous. Okay, so we're not returning fire here, which really sucks. Do we have anything that's ready to go back in? Panicked. Broken. 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 Can I order panicked guys in? No, I can't. It's defeat. Okay, the battle is lost. Let's go. Let's just go. Nothing we can do. That's a shame. That is a shame. We inflicted more casualties than we took. But our guys just weren't battle-hardened or even trained well enough, unfortunately. I think we could have done so much better there if we just had a few extra men or if one of the other corps had been within range to help. Colonel Coburn loses face. Is that one of ours? Could be. Could be. So the big question is, where are these guys going to go? So they're going to rout. They're going to flee. They're probably going to head back to Arkansas. We just need to wait for the battle to officially end. Okay, they're going the right way, so that's good. Let me have a look at the actual units there. So, Brigadier General John T. Drew. Has he been promoted? Because, or was he in charge anyway? Because Stan Watty was in there. Who have we got? Let's take a look at our commanders. Oh my, he looks crap. Well, none of these guys look amazing, to be fair. Pryor's brigade. I mean, the cavalry under Lascelles, they did pretty well. They did pretty well. These guys, not so much, unfortunately. Actually, just make sure the units... Wow, actually, they're... Okay, commanders are okay. If these reinforcements had been there, that would have been a different story. But it is what it is, sadly. Do we have better weapons? Because that would also possibly have made a difference. We've got some Derringers, but not enough. And we've got some Richmond rifles, but not enough. This is a 3,000 strong unit, so I don't actually think we can give them anything. Ah, that sucks. Okay. That sucks. They're on the retreat. Can I nip in there? Let's recruit some artillery, because Pemberton will probably want to go back to Johnson eventually. So let's get a new group. Alcorn. What's Alcorn? Oh, he's famous. Okay. Do we have anyone suitable in the artillery branch? We have a Robert oh, he's defamed. That sucks. Colonel James Archer. Well, that's probably not a bad idea. Go on, let's decide him. And we're going to recruit some more artillery now. And we've got to look at the volunteers. So we don't need an awful lot for this. So this is quite good. Indian Territory. We kind of want them to replace the losses in the units just fought. So let me have a look. Where's... Can we do Missouri? There's no volunteers left in Missouri. We've recruited them all. Mississippi's looking bad. Wow. Okay, there's a lot of replacements just gone out, I think. Where are we going to bring these guys in from then? If I recruit them from the other side of the states, then they're going to take a long time to get there. And if I recruit them out of draftees, I think it lowers state support and morale. But don't quote me on that, because I'm not 100% sure. It looks to me like Kentucky might be the best bet, because we've got quite a few guys in there. Let's do that. Let's recruit 3 lots of artillery from Kentucky. It shouldn't take too long to get there. And then that'll be 3 batteries. I think that should be enough. There we go. And we just check their commanders. He's actually quite good. But yeah, let's replace these, because again, we want artillerymen in here, and we can go as low as captains. Hell, we can go as low as lieutenants. Sorry, we're in the American Army. We can go as low as lieutenants. Black Dog, is he injured? I don't think we have any more professional artillerymen left at these lower ranks. We've got volunteers. I guess that's it then. You'll do. I guess we're out of proper soldiers. A lieutenant colonel in charge of a battery. He'll get some experience, and I'll leave them in actually, because they'll get some experience, and then they can be assigned elsewhere. He could be useful, and if he's a Kentuckian, then he'll need to come into the game in a Kentucky unit before we can put him elsewhere. So let's leave it at that. That will do fine. And let's see what happens around here, because they're not being pursued. Or are they? Oh. That wasn't expected. Ah, hang on. Oh dear, this looks interesting. Phil Hinton's men have run into... Where have they run into them, though? Sheridan has come in after them. Okay, this is going to be an interesting fight. All right, folks, let's just give you an overview of the map. We are classed as the attackers on this. We came over in this corner, and the Union are defending 2 victory point locations down here. So we've managed to sneak along the river and some roads, and we're going to actually attack them from the side. And actually, just as we arrived near, where the hell is this? Bromfield? We've just seen a Union artillery battery roll up, and it looks like they've got supporting infantry out there as well. So, It is time to get the guys into position, and we're probably going to charge that artillery. Let's go 2 times speed. Depends what support they've got in, but this looks like an opportunity. In fact, let's take these guys and just go for it. Order the charge. Union artillery in an advanced, isolated position. I think we can take that. And what we want to do is try and get the rest of our cavalry in good skirmish locations in the woods and on top of this hill. Well, they've taken a blast of canister in the face that inflicted 13 casualties, which is kind of scary. I apologise if the sound's a little low. I haven't changed anything. It's just the game. Right, so if our cavalry doesn't win that fight, the game is seriously bugged and broken. Which we kind of think it is anyway, but I mean... So what we're going to do is we're going to go and line up here. We got him. We got him. Excellent. Just go and take this place. What I might do... We're going to have the second brigade in the woods, I think, facing this way. I was hoping this would be all cavalry under Sheridan. Of course, he was an infantry commander before he got given charge of the Union cavalry in the east. Can we occupy that? Let's just see if I can send a little group out to go and occupy that. So we didn't take it, unfortunately. Right, so what we need to do also is order the dismounts. This is how we're going to do it, I think. And overlap. We're going to need to overlap. So I think the enemy are coming at us. Let's get on the side of this wood. Dismount. Over there. Dismount. They can move in. Alright, so... we have some artillery now opening up at the enemy. Let's get upon this ridge. Because there's some skirmishers coming out after us rapidly here. No! Shit. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be my artillery just nuked into oblivion, isn't it? We're trying to get out of there, but I don't think it's going to work. Shoot them! Shoot them, fellas! God, it's so slow trying to deploy from this. Right, you guys go into loose order. Oh, you're still mounted up, okay. And you go right on the flank. Well, we've got 4 guns, and we've got a few men out there, so that's quite good. Make sure you're in loose order as well. With the Enfield 1861 musketoon. It sounds like it should be a decent weapon, but I'm not sure that it was. Right, up to the edge of the woods, please. Okay, we've got these guys now cooking off rounds. Maybe we outrange them, which would be very nice if we did. In fact, let's dismount and... oh, I think I've clicked the wrong thing there. Yeah, loose order. And the 6th Texas over on the flanks. Alright, our fellas are getting into position quite nicely. They're quite upset and quite tired on that end, so... Can I order them to... They don't seem to be able to order them to anything, unfortunately, and they may break. Like the artillery has. I think this is Phil's first combat in charge. Alright, let's make sure everyone's dismounted. This is how we're going to win. If we're going to win at all. We're cooking off loads around at these skirmishers, but I have a horrible suspicion that we're just going to run out of ammunition. And these guys are refusing to currently do anything. Let me just move their commander over. And let's put Phil on charge of rallying. There you go. There's a whole lot going on, but I don't particularly want to go attacking the enemy from this. You look like you're mounted up over there. No? Okay, they're definitely mounted up. Turn cold steel off. Oh, is this looks like it's bollocks, doesn't it? Are you dismounting now? I think they're dismounting now. Well, at the moment, all we're able to do is shoot up these guys, and it's the artillery that's going to cause me some major headaches here. It's a shame we can't actually dispatch skirmishers. I could retreat back into the woods. I've not achieved anything at the moment. Yeah, I don't think they're actually... If I go into this, will this give us a casualty total? Does it tell us? I think it does in somewhere. Let's have a look. Wounded. We seem to have taken more. But they've lost more casualties. That's because we charged the artillery battery. So this is very, 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 very close. Let's change this up to 5 times speed. I was kind of hoping the enemy were going to make a general attack against us. Taking a few casualties in the woods. I think these guys are... Are you getting hammered? Oh, nice. We can dismount them at last. That's good news. Put them on loose order. So the morale is recovering. I'm tempted to go out and see if we can actually snipe up that battery, but I fear that these guys would turn around and shoot us. This is broken. Whatever these lot are supposed to be ordering, they've not got it right. Let's mount up and see if I can just order the dismount and the loose order again. Right, dismount. That looks better. Loose order. Excellent. So these guys are low on ammunition, and we haven't actually been able to drive off the skirmishers yet. Let me just retreat back a little bit out of range. I don't think we're achieving anything there. Just fall back just a bit, and hopefully we'll be invisible to the enemy. Apart from these guys on this side. Well, they're not getting shot. I'm going to create a distraction here. Watch this. Right. Over there, and we're going to go and take the other victory location, and we're going to get something to turn around and go back. Very, very risky what we're trying to do here. A redeployment in the face of the enemy. But this will at least distract them, if nothing else. And I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do this. Actually, the answer might be to just bring my cavalry round from the back. Let's see if this works anyway. This is a cunning plan. Oh, you guys out in the open. Okay, let's just do a fallback command like that. This is working nicely, so we're going to get this. And I think probably what we need to be doing is mounting these up. And then we're going to come around from the back and maybe have a crack at this infantry regiment from the other side. Sorry, this brigade. Should we try digging in? Can we not dig in? Cavalry can dig in, so I don't know why the option isn't there to do it. Ah, that surprised me, because I have used cavalry to dig in before. Not quite sure what the situation there is. We're not hidden enough, unfortunately. Right, we've got this one. It doesn't really make a massive difference. Let's go and... let's come into the woods. Let's go up there first and just circle around a bit. Yeah, we're getting shot to shit. Can we order them to lay down? Because I kind of just want these guys to go invisible. Right, we definitely want loose order here. Let's bring these in. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if this is going to work at all. Oh, there's artillery at the back. I'm going to wait for the other brigade to come up. Yeah, we can't see shit. We can't even see where their cannons are, but their cannons can see where we are, apparently. This has been a constant theme of the game. Right then. Dismount. Loose order. Right, let's advance. Let's see what we can snag. This is probably the time when we should have cavalry approaching from this side and this side. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Stand up. Turn that off. To the woods. To the edge of the woods. Right, 2 times speed. We need to see what the enemy are up to here. We should. Bloody cold steel is not what we want. Right, snipe at them. And then flank fire them. Right, okay, there's a plan. There's a plan right there. Go and shoot those guys up. This is what we need to do. They're making an advance down here, which I didn't expect. So the 6th Texas here, they've got a perfect flanking shot into these guys. But we are taking fire ourselves. I think it's probably it would probably be wise to bug out of this one. I can't see us taking this fight successfully. Unless let's mount up and go in and shoot. And let's get in there a bit quicker. Oh, actually, we should go down there. We should go and take that artillery battery for a start. We've managed to break one of these, which is excellent news. It's nearly gone. We've nearly got another one. And if we can just get in here... Charge. That one's broken. That's quite good. Okay, do we go in? Let's advance up. Let's advance up. Do we charge? Do we charge? We charge! Let's make sure everything is now targeting these two. And meanwhile over here, things are looking a bit ropey. Right, just fall back. Fall back a bit. Just go carefully. We got them. Excellent. Let's get these guys in here now. Dismount. I mean, do I go charging into the rear? Ah, screw it. We've not tried this. Let's try this. They've broken. Excellent. Now there's someone else over here we need to obviously keep an eye on. They're about to break. Mount up. Charge. Excellent stuff. Now we've had one broken over there, which is a major shame, but it's not a huge surprise, to be honest. We have pretty much destroyed the enemy on this side. This is excellent. Let's see if we can carry that on a bit. We better get old Phil out of the way of the Union advance here, because there's a load of shit coming rapidly. In fact, I'd say mount up and just get out of the way. Okay, we're chasing those guys off into the hills. I think it's time to stop doing that and then reappear on this flank like this. Spread out a bit. And let's make sure we're just going to go and capture that place. So we're going to have some very tired people here. We've actually pushed this towards a minor victory, so this is excellent. If these guys break, it'll be a great shame. We're kind of pulling back. Oh, let's dismount and let's go loose order. It gives us an opportunity to are we firing and retiring? I think we are, actually. That's excellent. So how are we going to do this then? This is going to be awkward. There's a chance they're going to break. As long as we're just outpacing the enemy. I'm going to go and take the other victory location, I think. Are you guys shooting? You probably shouldn't be. Right, let's maybe move the divisional commander out of the way. These guys are routing back the other way. Interesting. You guys have a little rest. We seem to have cleared the woods, which is good news. Oh, yeah, you better go. Get away before you get captured. They're probably going to push to take this. What we need to do is a pincer movement to destroy this bit here. I think we can do this. Let's put it on 5 times speed. Once we've got this under our control, there we go. Right, we're going to go this way. You're going to appear at the edge of the wood like that. Like that, sorry. What just happened? Ah! We got caught up. Keep falling back. Oh, I can't do it? And we're going to try and smash the enemy over here. On that, I think I've moved out just a little bit early, actually. Dismount, loose order on that flank. Yeah, that was probably going to always happen. See if we can get you back to here. Right, engage the artillery. Engage that infantry. And come swooping in from the other side. When no one's looking. Charge! I've got Colonel Reed here, one of our guys. Oh, he's going in. The enemy is retreating. We've won. An amazing victory. An absolutely amazing victory. I can't believe we did that. We're going to go in and just shoot these guys up because I don't think charging into them is a good idea. Not yet. Can we get in close? Oh, what's this? I don't think they'll fight. Excellent. We lost 500 men, which is 10% of the force, versus 500. That was excellent. Now, we do have some horse artillery as well, currently waiting to be assigned to Hinton's corps. Great results. Well done, Phil. Hinton's hillbillies rode to the rescue. So, victory at Lexington. That was excellent. And also, I didn't realize that we were going to have a fight over there. Where the hell is Lexington? That's Van Dorn's cavalry. Don't worry, you other cavalry commanders, like Phil McCracken. I know. I'm watching out for you. We're going to get you in. Let's have a look. So, do we actually have, because I was recruiting them down here, do we have the horse artillery available yet? Under Joseph Johnson? We don't. It's coming on. It's there. There's going to be 2 or 3 batteries to put in. They're not there yet. Unless he's got some more. No, not ready yet. Okay. We're just going to have to wait for those. Would have been useful there, but I mean, the man, the legend, didn't need him. Where is he? Where is he? Here's Hinton's cavalry. 2 divisions of excellent cavalry here. Anyone in there? Colonel Reed, looking ready for promotion. We've got some good quality. Not so much Sibley, although he's famous. I never wanted him to be. He seems to have actually turned up quite good. Okay. I don't think there's any better weapons. Burnsides, Smiths, the Enfields. Do we have anything better than that? Not that it's bad. I just don't think it's anything special. We've got some old ones. Jocelyn rifled carbines. 300 yards range, 10 shots a minute. I must have captured these. Yet those are not mine. Okay, well, I think you've earned them. Wow, I think that's quite the upgrade. I think the downside of that is that we're going to have to keep capturing them to be able to keep using them, which is going to be a pain. We have some left. Do we assign them? Yeah, I don't think that's a particularly good one, the Frank Wesson. Should we go the same again? Oh, there's like everything here. What's the range on this? 250 yards. So we've got Burnsides. We've got proper Enfields. These old Springfields, I think they're smooth bore. Might be wrong on that. If I do that, I don't think that's going to leave us a lot to assign to reinforcements. So I'm a bit reluctant to hand those out. Merrills are okay, though. Wait, hang on. We've got a Richmond. Why did I not see that? Hang on. We've got a Richmond carbine here. I was not aware we were making these. 3 rounds a minute. Good range, though. Accuracy, just mediocre. It's not amazing, but I mean, it's not bad. Sharp's carbines. Good old Sharp. We're not making those, are we? Let's stick with the Frank Wessons for now, because these have a huge rate of fire, right? Let's have a quick look at this. 9 rounds a minute. Mediocre. Okay. It's fine. We're going to leave them at that until we get them sorted out. All right, so we have today had an unexpected victory in that cavalry fight. That was excellent. A hard-fought but fairly narrow defeat over in Missouri. And there's events still to play out there. Definitely. Where's Wheeler's cavalry? So Wheeler's cavalry is coming in. What I should do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign him to the Army of Mississippi. Sorry, not to the Army of Mississippi. Let's transfer Wheeler out to the Western Army under Johnson. I think that would make sense. Let's put him in there. And then, yes, with Forrest together, maybe they'll join together as a fight. As in, I don't need to transfer them together, but if they're in part of the same army, if they're within range, they will march to the sound of the guns. That's the plan. He's got some unhappy people in there. Well, screw it, that's not my problem for today. Oh, we've got a fight about to brew here. We've got Hardee's Corps is about to advance on the Army of Southwest Missouri and hopefully kick it out of Kentucky. 64,000 men? Shit. Okay. Well, that's going to be a thing, isn't it? Let's bring Van Dorn's cavalry over and see if they will march to the sound of the guns. And Bragg's army, which is doing excellently. Unfortunately, he's kind of stuck over there. They're building a fort. This army of the enemy, it's got stuck on this side of the river and won't retreat. I don't know. The game does that sometimes. Units get stuck in the strangest of places and won't do anything. We're still waiting for the armies of Northern Virginia to come back and get reorganized. And Stuart almost captured Frederick, Maryland. He's taken his time over that. We'll probably have to jump back at some point. And is anything new come on here that we can do? Anything we can assign? Nothing exciting just yet. Still waiting. All right, folks, that's it for today. We didn't play an awful lot of Days Out, but we had some good battles. We'll catch you again in the next episode.